Ever look back and wish you'd bought Ethereum at $10 or Solana before it hit triple digits? Every cycle has that one hidden gem that most people overlook until it's too late. And in this cycle, I think that gem is called Boundless. Here's why you might regret ignoring it now. I've been around long enough to recognize patterns in crypto. Every big project that made millionaires had this same quiet phase, the stage where only a few people are paying attention, while everyone else thinks it's just another token. That's exactly where Boundless is right now. It's early, it's strong, and it's building momentum. Now, let's make one thing clear. Boundless isn't a hype coin. It's not one of those tokens that pump for a week and vanish. This project actually has utility, real fundamentals, and a structure that reminds me of the early days of big Layer 1 projects like Solana, Avalanche, and Cardano. Those projects started small too. People doubted them, but they were built on strong foundations, and that's the same energy Boundless is showing today. What makes this even more interesting is that Boundless is still undervalued. Its market cap is low, and that's exactly where opportunity lives. Because when a solid project like this is sitting at a low valuation, you're looking at one of the best risk-to-reward setups in the market. These are the exact moments that the early investors in Ethereum and Solana saw before everyone else caught on. And here's where things get even better. Boundless is already listed on Binance. Let that sink in for a second. Binance doesn't just list any random project. They have one of the strictest vetting processes in the crypto world. For Boundless to make it there says a lot about the project's credibility and the confidence that major players have in it. That alone is a massive achievement and a clear sign that this project is built to last. But here's the part that really blew my mind. The trading volume. Boundless saw its volume increase by almost 8,000% recently. 8,000. That's not a normal move. That's an explosion of attention, interest, and capital flowing in. And that kind of volume spike tells you something big is happening behind the scenes. It means people are buying, whales are positioning, and investors are quietly accumulating before the crowd rushes in. I've seen this before. I saw it with Polygon when it was still trading for fractions of a cent. I saw it with Solana when people called it just another chain. And now, I'm seeing it again with Boundless. Low market cap, strong fundamentals, a Binance listing, exploding volume. Those are all the early signals of a project that could skyrocket. The market is shifting, and projects like Boundless are perfectly positioned to lead the next phase of growth. With utility, credibility, and a growing community, this isn't just another coin on the list. It's a real contender for long-term success. So ask yourself this. Are you going to wait until everyone's talking about it? Or are you going to be one of the few who saw it early? Because 500 Boundless coins, that might be all it takes to completely change your story in the next bull run. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for 1,000 confirmations. Do your own research, but move with intention. Because once Boundless catches the world's attention, the opportunity to get in this cheap will be gone. This is your window. This is your early chance. Boundless isn't just another token. It's a project with potential, power, and purpose. And trust me, one day when people look back at the early investors who believed before the rest of the world did, you'll want to be one of them. Now, let's dive deep into a full details of Boundless. Boundless is one of the newest players shaking up blockchain infrastructure. It comes from the minds at RISC-0, the folks who built the world's first. At its heart, Boundless is meant to be a kind of universal plug-in layer. Instead of every blockchain or rollup trying to build its own complicated system, they can tap into Boundless and use zero-knowledge proofs out of the box. The idea is simple but powerful. Make blockchains run faster, cut costs, and boost security without forcing developers to start from scratch. Think of today's blockchains like a city with only one main road. Every car, bus, and truck, every transaction has to squeeze onto that street. Traffic slows, fuel burns, and when activity spikes, the tolls, gas fees shoot up. Scaling solutions often split people into separate neighborhoods, breaking the sense of a shared ecosystem. Boundless takes a different path. It shifts the heavy calculations off-chain, hands the work to specialized provers, and then brings back a short proof that everything was done correctly. The blockchain doesn't bother redoing all the math. It just glances at the proof, the way you check a receipt at the store. Quick, simple, and enough to keep the whole system lean, fast, and safe. Picture blockchain like a courtroom. Instead of making every juror grind through the same long puzzle, one expert is sent outside to solve it. They come back with a short stamped certificate that says, "Yep, it's correct." That's the Boundless trick. The heavy math gets pushed off-chain to special prover nodes. They do the hard lifting with DVM, create the proof, and drop it back on-chain. Anyone can check it in a blink. No need to redo the work. To keep things fair, Provers have to put some ZKC on the line, sheet, and you lose your stake. Now comes the secret sauce. Proof of verifiable work. POV. In old school mining, machines spit out endless hashes that don't actually help anyone. Here, provers earn ZKC only by creating proofs that matter, proofs other blockchains and apps can use. The more work they take on, the more ZKC they have to stake. And because rewards are up for grabs, provers race to be faster, sharper, and better. It's a loop that feeds itself. If there are more proofs, there will be more ZKC staked. We should see more competition between validators, which leads to a better performance for the network effect. And unlike wasted electricity in proof of work, every bit of effort here fuels something real. Proofs that speed up Ethereum, secure Bitcoin, connect Solana, or power the next wave of apps. Boundless turns raw computing power into building blocks that the whole crypto world can use.